Hey everyone. I wanted to talk about something in my background that frankly I never thought I'd need to justify. Now, as you all know, these are strange times for America, and here we are. So here goes. So for the past 2 months I've been out on the campaign trail. And so far I've visited 24 of the 36 counties in Iowa's 4th District. And the reaction's been very positive. Lots of people are coming out to meet me, and they're excited at the prospect of a true conservative once again representing them. But one question keeps coming up. Kevin, we like what you're saying, but how can we trust someone who's worked for the CIA? Everyone knows they're being weaponized against the American people. And you know what? This is a great question. It's sad that it needs to be asked, but here we are in 2024, and we're seeing multiple examples of how our federal law enforcement and our intelligence agencies are conspiring with the corporate media, the Biden administration, and other powerful stakeholders to conceal valuable information from the American people on everything from the 2020 election and corruption in the Biden family to this COVID scam, and even what really happened at the Capitol on January 6th. So here's my take on it. Now, when I joined the CIA in 2003, the agency had a very different reputation. It was shortly after 9/11, where I narrowly missed being in Lower Manhattan on that day. Now, the men and women who joined with me in the wake of that event are and still remain the greatest Americans I've ever met. They're soldiers, entrepreneurs, fighter pilots, and professional athletes, and they were the best of the best, and they all wanted to serve. And many of us did amazing things for our country around the world. We were fighting terrorists and doing things that saved lives, often at great personal risk to ourselves. Now, I've been in the Army before that, and one thing I quickly learned was that while the Army placed a very high value on leadership and mentoring young soldiers, the agency placed almost no value on leadership at all. And really, looking back, it was sort of my first exposure to the DC swamp, a place where the junior ranks all joined for the right reasons, but the upper management seemed more concerned with avoiding risks and managing their own careers. I wasn't that impressed with the people above me, which I suppose is a big part of the reason that I only stayed there for a few years. And fast forward to today, and I think that problem has only become worse, particularly in the FBI, where the highest levels of management there have clearly become part of the deep state. They conspired against President Trump and are doing everything they can to block congressional investigations that want to find out just how much the FBI has lied to the American people about January 6th. Now, I know quite a few former FBI agents. Trust me when I tell you that no one is more upset with the deterioration of the Bureau's reputation than they are. And I feel the same way about leadership in the intelligence community today. Whether it's Jim Clapper lying under oath to Congress and getting away with it, or the Obama administration literally tapping Donald Trump's phone while he was campaigning for president. All these things happened after I left, and they disturb me deeply. And I think this is what distinguishes me from Congressman Randy Feenstra. He likes to refer to himself as a lifelong Iowan, which, that's great. But at the same time, he's never really served our country at the national level before Congress. He doesn't understand the military or the intelligence world, which is probably why he keeps voting to give them more money. Whereas I left Iowa after high school to go serve, and I've seen these organizations from the inside. No one is going to be a harsher critic of government waste than I will be once I'm in Congress and working for you. So anyway, those are my thoughts about the agency. I understand and appreciate the skepticism. After all, we should be skeptical of our government, particularly in the wake of the last 4 years of utter leadership failure by the Biden administration and the problems it's created for us as a nation. And frankly, you should be skeptical of me. Keep doing your research and asking hard questions. And of course, keep coming out to see me on the campaign trail. But for those who refuse to give me a pass in serving in the CIA, even after this, I've got just one question. When our country was attacked on 9/11, what did you do to serve our country?